everyone. Today we're going to have a bit of a rant about some politicians, because if there's anything the world can never have enough of, it's criticism of politicians. As most of you probably know by now, Mississippi no longer has a state flag. That's because a few weeks ago, the House and Senate of Mississippi voted to retire what was then the state flag of Mississippi. This was because of a huge outcry over the fact the flag depicts the Confederate battle flag in its canton, and this flag is seen by many as a symbol of slavery and racism. On June 30th, the governor of Mississippi signed off on House Bill 1796. This was done without any sort of consultation or official vote by the people of Mississippi. While we're against this in principle, we can see why they did it this way so quickly. The pressure placed on the state was huge, and there were many threats to boycott Mississippi in various ways, which would have been a huge blow to the economy. So with that in mind, the decision to retire the flag by the politicians so fast and without taking it to a public vote was done in good faith to protect the economy of the state. So we're willing to give them a pass on this aspect of the whole process. The bill calls for a 9-person commission to come up with a flag design. The deadline for a new flag proposal is September 14th. Then a referendum will take place on November 3rd, the same day as the U.S. presidential election. Mississippi voters will get to vote on the flag proposal. If a majority vote yes, then the proposed flag will become the new state flag of Mississippi. If a majority vote no, then the commission will reconvene and come up with a new design in 2021, which will once more be voted on in a referendum. This 2021 vote will take place on the Tuesday after the first Monday in November. This process will repeat every year until a majority vote yes on the flag proposal. When it comes to the flag design, there are 2 stipulations. The first is that the flag must not include the Confederate battle flag. The second is that it must include the words, "In God We Trust." We believe there are 2 huge problems. The first is the voting process. While we like the fact there will be a referendum, the voting process is completely flawed. Voters will have just one flag to choose from, and if the flag is terrible and it's rejected, then they will have to wait another year to vote on a new design. And if they reject the second design, they will then have to wait another year to vote on a third design. We could very well have a situation where Mississippi will be without a state flag indefinitely. The second huge problem is the stipulation that the flag must include the words, "In God We Trust." Regular viewers to the channel will know that having writing is really bad flag design. Flags should not require any writing because flags are meant to be a graphic symbol. If a flag needs writing, then the design has failed from a symbolic perspective. Also, writing is hard to read from a distance. Writing also makes manufacturing the flag more complicated and expensive. We're not entirely sure why they have this requirement, but they probably reckon that those who wanted to keep the old flag might be swayed by a new design that has a very clear religious element. Religion is big in Mississippi with both black and white people, and perhaps religion is viewed as something that unites the people of the state. While this might be true, it guarantees the flag design will not be a good one, and Mississippi will miss the chance to have a truly great flag because of it. So those are the 2 big problems we have. And while bashing politicians can be fun, it's not productive unless you have an alternative suggestion. So here are our suggestions. There should be multiple flags to choose from. Ideally, we would like at least 5 or 6 flags on the ballot spread out over 2 referendums, where the top 2 flags in the first round of voting would then face off in a second round. But given the urgency of the situation and the fact Mississippi is now flagless, our suggestion would be to have 3 flags to choose from in just 1 round of voting, with the flag getting the most votes being the winner, and the new flag of Mississippi. Also, we would have no stipulations about the flag's design. Let people design the flag in any way they want. The whole idea of having a 9-person commission is to ensure the proposed design meets certain standards. So while stating that the flag must not include the Confederate battle flag is fine, we think it's unnecessary because there is no way the commission would have put forward a flag design that had it. So there you have it. Mississippi may not have a new flag for a very long time, and when it does get a new flag, it must have a certain phrase written on it, which is horrible flag design. On the plus side, we just discovered the commission will be taking submissions from the public, so you can be sure we'll get cracking on a design even though we'll be cringing a little bit when we have to add the writing. To further emphasize how bad the decision is to include the writing, here are the criteria they set forth. They list 4 principles as outlined by the North American Vexillological Association. These are all great principles which should be followed when creating a flag. The thing is, there are actually 5 principles. The one they left out is no lettering or seals. Never use writing of any kind or an organization's seal. So the politicians completely ignored one of the 5 basic principles, though thankfully the commission does mention the other 4 in their criteria. So what do you guys think? Do you agree they messed up the process? What ideas do you have for a design? Be sure to leave a comment and make sure to subscribe because we're going to come up with a few designs and we're going to ask you to vote on your favorite among them. This will help us determine what design we'll be sending to the commission. And you never know, together we could be part of history in creating the Mississippi state flag. Until next time, bye for now and thank you for watching.